And we're getting new details on this, Betty, not only from the council member, but also from Pablo's wife, who said he had applied for citizenship and he'd been getting in and out of this base on a regular basis as sort of their favorite delivery guy with that New York City ID card until on Friday, a guard stopped him and demanded state ID, which he couldn't produce. And very shortly thereafter, he was in cuffs on his way to a deportation center.
This morning, Pablo Villavicencio is sitting in a detention facility in Elizabeth, New Jersey. He is the latest to be swept up and held for deportation under tougher ICE guidelines after delivering pizza to Fort Hamilton, an Army base in Brooklyn. Villavicencio, an Ecuadorian immigrant married to a U.S. citizen with 2 children, was detained by Immigration and Customs after a background check discovered an outstanding warrant from his undocumented entry to the U.S. in 2008. He called his wife distraught, worried about his kids.
Every time that he called, he just crying, asking me about them, that he's very worried what is going to happen with us.
Elected officials denouncing the action of removing a man from his family with no criminal background.
I want to ask my constituents, do they feel any safer today now that Pablo the pizza delivery man is off the street? It's ridiculous. It's an arbitrary enforcement of rules. He had applied for a green card to get permanent residency status, and he was awaiting his papers. I mean, so you can't even call him undocumented. Yeah, you're tearing apart a family. He's got a wife and 2 little daughters. What message is this sending? How is this American?
Despite protests like this one staged after Villavicencio's arrest, President Trump's directives to remove any immigrants who've entered the U.S. without documentation have led to the arrests of those with criminal records to plummet by 20%, while arrests of people without any criminal offenses at all have spiked 37% since the Obama administration.
So the Villavicencios have an attorney that they're working with through the New York Immigration Coalition, but Councilman Brannan says that there's a lot of gray area here and that they're hoping they can find a way to keep Pablo here and figure this out legally before he gets deported.